Welcome to another video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can create new tables in Microsoft Azure and then add data and edit the data in those tables. So I've got my Azure web app open behind me, open to my storage account called blobstorage.py, and I've also opened the tables tab on the left here so I can see all the tables that I have in my storage account. There's only one at the moment called coordinate data, and all I can do with it from the web app is select it. There's no way of viewing the data in the table or editing the data in any way. I do have the option to create a new table and just give it a name, but I don't get to choose what data goes into that table. So the piece that I'm missing to be able to view data and edit data is the Azure Storage Explorer. So I'll put the link to this in the description below. If you follow this link and download this, it will give you an Azure desktop application that you can see the data in your tables and change your data. So once you download and install that and open it, it'll look something like this. So the first thing you want to do after installing this program is connect it to your Azure account. So click Sign in with Azure. And that will open this window. You can choose your environment, your Azure environment that you want to sign into. My one is just Azure. So I can click Next. And then it will sign you in by opening your browser like this. You can select your Microsoft account that you have an Azure account with, and that should log you in like this. You can minimize this window after that. So that will log me in and collect all the data that I have for my different storage accounts. Signed in. Now I've connected to my Microsoft account. It's detected two Azure accounts under that Microsoft account. I know that I want this default directory 1, so I'll tick that, and it should find my Azure subscription 1. And so once I've ticked that, I can open the navigator so I can find the different parts of my storage account. So I'll open storage accounts, I'll open blobstorage.py, which is what we're looking at on the web app, and then open tables. And then you can see the coordinate data table that we saw in my storage account before. These other tables that record metrics about my account usage. So I'll click on coordinate data. I'll open a new tab up here. And you can see the data that is in coordinate data. We've got partition key, row key, timestamp, and X and Y data. And I can flick through these metric tables as well to get an idea of what Azure tables look like. And all of them have this partition key, row key, and timestamp. Timestamp is the date and time that the data was uploaded to the table, and partition key and row key are unique combinations, so these two columns together make a unique key for each row. Let me go back to coordinate data. So I uploaded this data on the 18th of December 2022. The partition key is just the number 1 all the way through, and the row key is 1 to X. So these make up unique pairs. The only data that I've really added into this table is the X and Y data here. If I wanted to edit any of these rows, I can click on a row and then hit edit. So it's detected what row I clicked on before, and I can change the value of the X and the Y. The timestamp that was uploaded and the partition and row key you can't change. If I wanted to add a new row, I can click add, and it's going to ask me what value I want to put in for each column. If I want to upload completely new data and create a new table, we can do that as well from here. So I'll right click on tables and go create table, and actually have some data that I want to upload in a CSV. So I'll open the CSV. It looks like this. So this is some information on people's timesheets for how much they've worked. So in this case, the partition key is a date, going from the 1st of the 1st, 2022 to the 3rd of the 1st, 2022. And the row key are 3 different people who were employed at this company, Ben, Samuel, and Andrew. So these 2 columns combined make up a unique key for each row. Then we have 4 columns. We've got how many hours they've worked, how many overtime hours they worked, and sick leave and holiday leave hours. So I want to upload this table to my Azure account. I'll just come in here, click Create Table under Tables and give it a name like Timesheet Data. So at the moment it's empty, but we can click the Import button up here. I can find my timesheet data. Click that. So it's found the partition key and row key, and it's set them to be strings, and those are strings by default and you can't change that. The other columns it's picked up and it's allowing me to change the name if I want to, or change the data type if I want to as well. So those all look fine to me. I'll click Insert. And there is my data, and the timestamp column has been added here for the time that I've uploaded this data. So I hope that's been helpful for you creating and editing your Azure tables. Any questions, add them to the comments below. Thank you.